Hello and welcome to Investment Insight. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Now let's break down what's happening in the markets today in a clear and simple way.
Yeah, I'm really glad we're tackling this today because honestly, the landscape right now is it's a minefield.
It really is. And, today's deep dive is all about a massive, highly deceptive trend that is directly targeting everyday investors. We're talking about AI crypto scams.
Right. Which is probably the most dangerous buzzword combination out there right now.
Exactly. I mean, according to our research and recent analysis from the SEC and the FBI, the word AI is literally being weaponized against beginners.
Yeah, it's acting like a smokescreen.
Totally.
Yeah.
And the mission for this deep dive is to give you, the listener, a bulletproof shield against these modern financial illusions. Because look, AI is real. It's incredibly powerful.
Oh, absolutely. It's changing everything.
Right. But when you see those two letters attached to some miracle investment, especially in the crypto space, it's almost always a carefully designed trap.
Yeah, and to really understand how this works, we need to look at what happened with Nathan Fuller, because the blunt reality of his case shows exactly what this looks like in practice.
Okay, yes, let's get right into that. So according to the data, back on May 28, 2026, the SEC actually filed charges against this Texas resident, Nathan Fuller.
Right, along with his companies, Privy Investments and Gateway Digital Investments.
Exactly. And the pitch he made to investors was just, it was wild. He promised about 150 people that he had this, quote, AI-based high-frequency arbitrage bot.
Which just sounds so sophisticated, right? Like you can't lose.
Right. And just to break that jargon down really quickly for everyone, an arbitrage bot is basically a program that looks for tiny price differences across different crypto exchanges.
Exactly. So if Bitcoin is, say, $60,000 on exchange A, but $60,010 on exchange B.
Right. The bot automatically buys it on A and sells it on B in a fraction of a second. So it's supposed to be this completely risk-free micro profit.
Yeah, but the catch is, to make any actual money doing that, you need massive amounts of capital and incredible speed.
Yeah, and Fuller was promising these insane returns like 40 to 50% in 30 to 45 days.
Which is just a massive red flag right out of the gate.
Seriously. He even told some people they'd get over 100% return in just 21 days.
Right, and mathematically, generating a guaranteed 100% return in 3 weeks without taking on catastrophic risk is, well, it's practically impossible.
Totally impossible. But he still managed to raise $12.3 million.
Wow.
Yeah. But here is the reality check. Out of that $12.3 million, only about $380,000 actually went into crypto.
Wait, so only about 3%?
Literally just 3%. And the rest of it, about $6.2 million, went straight into his personal lifestyle. We're talking gambling, travel, luxury cars, a house.
Unbelievable.
And then another $5.5 million was just used for Ponzi-style payments to the earlier investors.
Right, which proves the actual product, the AI bot, just never existed.
Yeah.
That 3% number is the smoking gun.
Exactly. It's like paying top dollar for this state-of-the-art self-driving luxury car, right? And then you pop the hood and realize there's no engine.
Just an empty space.
Yeah, it's just a guy in there with a bicycle pedal powering the wheels, all while he's reaching into your pocket to steal your wallet.
That is a perfect analogy. And you know what the really bitter irony of the Fuller case is?
What's that?
AI actually was used in the scam, just not for trading.
Wait, really? How was he using it then?
According to the filings, he was using generative AI to create fake letters, forge account statements, and just generally deceive the investors to hide the massive losses.
Wow. So the tech was real, but it was just being used to build the illusion.
Exactly.
But, okay, this leads me to a big question. If the bot didn't exist and he's just forging documents, why did so many people hand over millions of dollars?
Yeah, that's the psychological trap.
Right. Like, how do these traps work so incredibly well on people who are usually, pretty smart with their money?
Well, it all comes down to the weaponization of the word AI. When a beginner hears AI, it immediately triggers these assumptions of expertise, speed, and perfect accuracy.
Like it's some infallible future tech from a sci-fi movie.
Exactly. They think, well, I don't understand the market, but this supercomputer definitely does. It makes them completely abandon their normal skepticism.
That makes a lot of sense. Back in the day, the old advice for spotting a scam was always like, just look for typos.
Oh, yeah, the bad grammar, the weird translations.
Right. Or a website that looked like it was built in 1995. But according to recent analysis from the FBI, that advice is just dangerously obsolete now.
It's Completely obsolete. Generative AI is scaling financial fraud to a level we've never seen before.
Because now they use AI to create flawless marketing copy, like perfectly localized English, clean, beautiful websites.
And fake social media profiles for their executives that look entirely real.
Yeah, it's like AI has given scammers this bespoke, perfectly tailored digital suit. They don't look like sketchy salespeople anymore.
Right, they look like Wall Street executives.
Exactly. And the craziest part is they even deploy interactive chatbots on these sites now. If you have a question, an AI chatbot will literally sit there and persuasively answer you in real time.
Which is terrifying, honestly, because we're dealing with massive information overload right now. Beginner investors find traditional financial jargon super intimidating.
Oh, for sure. It's overwhelming.
So when a polished website or a friendly chatbot offers this simple, guaranteed solution, it feels like a relief.
Yeah.
But the look of a platform is now completely divorced from its actual financial reality.
A pretty app doesn't mean a safe investment.
Not at all.
So, okay, if the marketing gets them in the door, how does the trap actually snap shut? Let's walk through the anatomy of the scam for the listener.
Yeah, let's break down the playbook, because there's basically a four-step process they almost always follow.
Right, and according to the research, step one is the lure. They use buzzwords like risk-free or AI automated to get you to deposit a small amount.
Exactly. And then step two is they show you fake early profits on a slick app screen.
Yeah.
You log in, and it looks like you're making money.
Which naturally makes you want to deposit even more.
Right. And that leads to step three, which is where things get ugly. When the victim finally tries to withdraw a large sum of money, the platform blocks it.
Yeah, suddenly there's an issue.
Right, and they demand extra payments. They'll say you owe taxes or you need to pay a verification fee before they can release your funds.
And step four, of course, is they just vanish completely. Once you refuse to pay, or even if you do pay the fake fee, the site goes dark.
Yep, the money is gone. And one of the most deceptive things they do during this process is use safety terms to build false trust.
Oh, right, like falsely claiming they have FDIC insurance.
Yes, which is a huge red flag.
Yeah.
The FDIC protects traditional bank deposits. It absolutely does not cover high-risk crypto bot losses.
Okay, so to help the listener cut through all this deception, I want to bring up this critical concept from the data. It's called the body versus appendages rule.
I love this concept. It's so vital for investors right now.
It's super helpful. So the appendages are basically everything the user actually sees. The apps, screenshots, the hype in the group chat, the referral testimonials.
Right, all the surface level stuff.
Exactly. But the body is what actually matters. The body is things like, are there registered asset managers? Is there a third-party audit? Are there separated customer counts?
Yeah, is there actual regulatory registration? Because if the body doesn't exist, the appendages are completely meaningless.
But wait, let me play devil's advocate here. Let's say I'm a beginner investor. I'm in a Telegram group for this bot, and I see 50 other people posting screenshots of their massive bank withdrawals.
Right.
I mean, my eyes are seeing real money moving. Isn't that proof? How's that just an appendage?
It's a great question, and it's exactly why people fall for it. But if we look back at the filler case, those people might actually be getting paid. But it's Ponzi money.
Oh, wow. So it's just new money paying off the old guys.
Exactly. It's a new investors' funds, maybe even your funds being handed to the older investors, just so they'll post those screenshots and keep the hype going.
That is so dark.
It is. The group chat vibes and the screenshots, that's all just marketing. It's not verification.
Okay, so that covers the outright illegal Ponzi schemes. But let's shift gears because the data shows there's also a much subtler danger happening right now, even in the legitimate financial world.
Yes, and we really need to talk about this. We're talking about AI washing.
Right. Which is, basically the exact same concept as greenwashing from a few years back during the big eco-friendly investing boom.
Exactly. Companies were exaggerating how green they were to attract money. Now companies are exaggerating their AI capabilities for the exact same reason.
Because AI is the magic word for funding right now. And data indicates that in 2024, the SEC actually fined 2 registered investment advisors, Delphia and Global Predictions.
Right, they fine them a total of $400,000.
Yeah, for making false and misleading statements about their use of AI. And these weren't anonymous crypto scammers. These were registered firms.
Exactly. They were claiming to use highly advanced AI to predict markets, but in reality, They were just using standard, basic statistical models.
It's like a supermarket candy bar slapping a big made with real fruit sticker on the wrapper just because like a strawberry was in the same room when they made the high fructose corn syrup.
That is exactly what it's like. It's technically not a Ponzi scheme, but it is incredibly misleading.
Right. So how do you spot that?
Well, if a firm just tells you, hey, our AI makes us faster and safer, but they won't explain their data sources or their risk management or their fee structures,
Or their past performance.
right, then that is a massive red flag.
Oh.
Long, complex, technical explanations full of jargon do not make a product good.
No, they don't.
The true mark of a reliable investment product is how honestly and transparently it explains the potential for loss. If they claim there's no risk, they're lying.
Okay, so let's summarize all these dangers. Can you give the listener the ultimate self-defense checklist?
Absolutely. First, major red flag, guaranteed returns. High returns must equal high risk.
Right. Anyone promising 10% a month or double your money in 21 days is lying.
Exactly. Second flag, blind trust in AI without any clear investment philosophy or regulation. Find the body, not just the appendages.
Yep. And what's the third one?
Failing the withdrawal test. Or, more specifically, being asked to pay more money out of pocket just to withdraw your own funds.
That's the trap snapping shut right there.
Yep. And the fourth big one, being asked to send funds, especially crypto like Tether or Bitcoin, directly to personal wallets or vague overseas accounts.
Right. Legitimate platforms use proper banking channels. But, what does this all mean for the broader market? Because the scale of this is huge.
It is huge. And the global insight here is that the risk premium for unlisted, unregulated AI and crypto products is just skyrocketing.
Meaning people used to look at these things as like cool early entry opportunities.
Exactly. But instead, they absolutely must be viewed as unverified regulatory voids.
Wow. Unverified regulatory voids.
Yes. But there is a silver lining. This massive trend is driving a massive boom in the cybersecurity sector. There's huge demand for digital identity verification, blockchain analysis, and fraud prevention.
Because the good guys have to fight fire with fire.
Right. And the institutions are fighting back. Just look at the FBI's 2025 IC3 report. They launched something called Operation Level Up back in January 2024.
Oh, I saw this in the data. The results were incredible.
Yeah, they notified over 8,000 victims and prevented over $500 million in losses.
$500 million saved. That is amazing. But it also just shows how massive the target on the everyday investor's back really is.
It really does.
Which brings me to what I think is the core philosophy here for any beginner investor. If you don't understand exactly how the product works and exactly how you could lose your money, do not put a single dollar in.
I couldn't agree more. As AI gets more sophisticated, our skepticism has to adapt by slowing down our decision-making.
Right.
New technology doesn't mean you have to avoid it completely. It means you need to verify it twice as slowly.
Verify it twice as slowly. That is fantastic advice because the illusion is only going to get harder to spot.
Exactly.
Well, I want to leave you, the listener, with a final question to ponder today. As AI eventually becomes completely indistinguishable from real human interaction, how will you establish digital trust in your own personal and financial life moving forward?
It's the big question of our era.
Truly. What is your personal benchmark for truth going to be when your own eyes and ears can be so easily tricked?
Yeah, really makes you think.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button.